Okay, so we are doing May-June paper, 2013 paper 1-2. Okay, you can print it out. I hope you have done your work already, so it's easier for me to explain. Okay, you follow your own pace. If you think that you know how to do that question, you can skip that part of the video. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, if you haven't started yet, let's do this together. Okay. Right, so question 1. Okay, this is paper 1. You are not allowed to use calculator. Okay, so question 1, we have fraction minus. Okay, minus fraction here. Okay, so for plus or minus, what we do is we make the denominator same. Okay, denominator same. So what I'm gonna do here is I times with 5 times 5. Here I times 7. I times 7. Okay, so my denominator here same. So the one at the bottom will become 35, and then 4 times 5 is 20, minus 2 times 7, 14. So 20 minus 14 is 6 over 35. So the answer is 6 over 35. Okay? 1 mark only. Alright, so they will check only your answer. If it's correct, then it's correct. Okay, let's look at part B. Okay, for times and divide fraction, you don't need to make the denominator same. So what you're gonna do, especially if divide, 5 over 8 remain, but your divide become times and your 2 over 3 flip, right? So it's 3 over 2. Okay, so what happen next is your numerator and denominator you can simplify, but in this case, there's nothing that you can simplify. 5 and 2, 5 and 8 cannot. And the numerator 3 with the denominator 8 or 3 with the 2, denominator 2 cannot simplify as well. So what you do is you just times cross. Okay, times 5 with the 3, so it's 15. 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, just times like that. So the answer is 15 over 16. 1 mark question. So 1 mark question, 15 over 16, done. Let's look at question number 2. A bag contains red counters and blue counters. Okay, so this total 6593 is the total counters in a bag, right? And each counter has either odd or even, so it can be odd red, odd blue, or even red, even blue. Okay, so find the fraction of the counters that are blue. So we look at the blue column, which is 5 and 3. Okay, 5 and 3 total up is 8. There are 8 counters that are blue, and the red one is 6 plus with the 9, which is 15. Okay, so they ask you to find the fraction of the counters that are blue. The blue one is 8 out of total, and the total here is 15 plus with 8, so it's 23. So 8 over 23. That's it. Okay, this one is also 1 mark. Now let's look at part B. Find the ratio of odd to even numbers. Okay, odd is here. Okay, 6 and this 5 plus together they are 11 odds, and even 9 plus with the 3, so they are 12 evens. Okay, even counters and the odd counters. So all together for odd is 11, and for the even is 12. 11 to 12, and it's already simplified version. Okay, let's look at 3A. Okay, so you need to start off with the shortest. Okay, look at it. This is the shortest. Now the thing here is all the length here are not on the same unit. They are not the same units. So what you're gonna do is you have to change all of them into the same unit. Okay, whatever unit also can, as long as you make all of them same, then you can know which one is the shortest and which one is the longest. Okay, so it's either you want to change to meter, cm, kilometer, or mm. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, for me I will change to meter. Okay, meter, but you need to know the conversion unit first lah. So 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. This is the thing that you need to know. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. Okay, and 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeter. Okay, these are the conversion unit that you need to know. Okay, so 500 meter, I remain it the same, 500 meter, because it's already in meter. Okay, my goal now is to change all to the same unit, which is meter. So 5 centimeter here, what I'm gonna do is I need to divide by 100 in order to get meter. Okay, centimeter change to meter is divided by 100. Okay, so I divided by 100 means I move 2 decimal place like that. So it's 0.05 meter. Okay, and as for 50 kilometer, to change to meter is I times 1000. So I just add the 30 here. So I add 30 and this is in meter. And 500 mm here, what I'm gonna do is change to centimeter first and then change to meter. So millimeter, I divided by 10 to get centimeter, and I need to divide by 100 again in order to get to meter. Okay, so I divide by 1000 altogether because there are 3 zeros here. So 1, 2, 3. So this is 0.5 meter. Okay, so now we can compare which one is the shortest. Is it 500, 0.05, 50,000 and 0.5? Which one is the shortest? The shortest one is 0.05 meter, this one. Okay, you must always write the original number, which is 5 centimeter. This one, first one. Then the second shortest is 0.5. So I need to write down 500 millimeter. And the third one is 500 meter. And the longest is 50,000 meter, which is 50 kilometer. Okay, so that's my answer for my number 3A. So now let's look at 3B. 3B, this is centimeter square to millimeter square. Okay, if 1 centimeter, it is 10 mm. Okay, I already wrote down in the previous question here. But if we include the centimeter square, if we include the square, it will be 10 square. Okay, so everything square here. So 1 centimeter is 10 mm. So if you want to square, basically we actually square both sides. So we have 1 centimeter square, 10 square, mm square. So which means that 1 centimeter square is equals to 100 mm square. Okay. So if 41.6 centimeter square, we want to change to millimeter square. So what we do is we times with 100. Okay. So times with 100 means we move decimal 2 times to the right. So my answer is 4160. Okay? Okay, so that's all for question number 3. Let's go to question number 4. So question number 4, we need to find the gradient of the line, alright? Okay, a line or an equation of a line is y equals to mx plus c, and your gradient is this m. Okay, this is your gradient. Okay, and then this is the equation that they give you. Then they want you to find the gradient. Okay, if you need to find the gradient here, you must make sure that it is y equals to mx plus c. But this is not y equals to mx plus c yet because there is a 3 there. The coefficient of the y there is a 3. So what you're gonna do here is you move the 3 over to the other side. Okay, from this equation, what we're gonna do is we divide by 3. Okay, so this will be 2 over 3. This will be negative x over 3. Okay, and then we arrange the negative x over 3 in front. Become negative x over 3 plus 2 over 3. And this is my y. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this, I'm making y as subject because I want to see what is my gradient, what is my coefficient of my x. Okay, this part here, okay, we have to move the x over 3 here so you can see what is the gradient. Now the thing here is this is negative x over 3, which is also negative 1 over 3x. Okay, it's the same thing. The numerator you can write at the side. Okay, numerator and at the side is the same, but definitely not the denominator. Your x cannot be at the denominator. Okay, if x is numerator, it can be at the side here as well. So here we can see what is our gradient. Our gradient here is negative 1 over 3. Okay, so that is the answer, negative 1 over 3. And next, the line passes through the point 5K. Okay, this is coordinate and we know that this is x, this is y. Alright, and we have the equation already. So what we're gonna do is, if we want to find the value of the k, what we need to do is we move or we substitute this k into your y and your 5 into the x. Okay, so it will become like this: 3 bracket k equals to 2 minus 5. Okay, then we solve our algebra, the equation here. So 3k equals to 2 minus 5 is negative 3. K is negative 3 divided by 3, so it's negative 1. Okay, so k is equals to negative 1. Okay, that's for question 4. Right, let's look at question 5. Okay, all of these are 1 mark, 1 mark. Okay, and now question 5. Okay, we have inequalities here. Okay, so this x larger 0, it comes from x equals to 0. Okay, you need to know where is x equals to 0. X equals to 0 is this line. Okay, if that is x equals to 0, x larger than 0 will be all to the right. Okay, all to the right side. And if x smaller than 0 is all to the left side. Okay, so it's stated here x larger 0. So it means that all to the right side. So all of these alphabet, all of these are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all are x larger than 0. Okay, now we move to the next one. Y larger than 0. So you need to know where is y equals to 0. Y equals to 0 is this one, is on the x-axis. Okay, this is my y equals to 0. If y larger than 0, okay, it's this is horizontal line, y equals 0. If larger than 0, it's all above the wall, all above it. Okay, all above the line. If y smaller than 0, then it's all below the line. Okay, so y larger than 0 means that it's above here, so it's all this alphabet as well. So if we combine these two lines together, x larger than 0 and y larger than 0, so it's all of this. Okay, basically all of that. Okay, then next we look at y smaller than 1. Okay, y smaller than 1 comes from y equals to 1. So where is y equals to 1? Here is the y equals to 1. Okay, this is y equals to 1. So again, y equals to 1 is a horizontal line. And if it's larger than 1, y larger than 1 is all above y equals to 1. If y smaller than 1, it's all below y equals to 1. Okay, so it says below. Okay, y smaller than 1, so it's below. So it's supposed to be F, G, H, I. Okay, all the region in F, all the region in G, H, and I that is smaller, y smaller than 1. Okay, but remember we are combining all the inequalities. Okay, so let's look at the last inequalities that is given. Y smaller than 4 minus 2x. Okay, now here is the tips. Okay, this is coming from y equals to 4 minus 2x. Am I right? Okay, and this y equals to 4 minus 2x, the hint here is you look at the coefficient of the x. If you remember, a straight line is y equals to mx plus c. Okay, m is gradient. If your gradient is positive, your line will go up like that. If your gradient is negative, it will go down. This one, the line will be like that. Can be like this as long as it shows it's going down. Okay, and if it's positive, means it's up. Okay, this gradient is obviously negative because coefficient of x is negative 2. So if it's negative 2, means that it's going down. Okay, so your gradient is like this, going down like this. Okay, so this line over here, right, you can see the line that is the leftover lines here. The one that is going down like this is only this line and this line, these two lines. Okay, so which one is the y equals to 4 minus 2x? Okay, the next hint that you need to know is you look at the c. Okay, y equals to mx plus c. This is y equals to c plus mx. This is mx already. If we arrange, basically is y equals to negative 2x plus 4. Okay, so since the 4 is your c, c means y-intercept, y-intercept is your 4. So the only y-intercept here is here. And it must be negative, going down, and also touch at 4. So the one that touch at 4 here is this line. Okay, if I draw longer, this line is y equals to 4 minus 2x. Okay, if your graph is like this, okay, this is y equals to 4 minus 2x. If y larger than 4 minus 2x is above, okay, it's here. The shaded region is here. If it's smaller, then the shaded region is here. Okay, again, from the graph here, if larger than, then it's here. If y smaller than, it's here. So the y that is larger than is B, C, D, E, G, H, I. Don't forget to combine with the first three inequalities, which is G, H, and I. Okay, that is larger than. And if it's smaller than, then it will be A and F. And combine with just now, which is your F. Okay, so the question here is smaller than. Remember, it's all smaller than the line. Okay, it's either A or F here. But then if combined with the y smaller than 1, so it's F only. So the answer is F. Not GHI. Okay, it's GHI if the question here is y larger than 4 minus 2x. Okay, if it's y larger than 4 minus 2x, then okay, your answer here will be G, H, and I. Okay, now look at part B. Okay, I'm gonna erase this whole thing. Okay, so now look at this. Y larger than 1. Okay, y equals to 1 is at this line. Larger than means above. Okay, it's all A, B, C, D, and E. And y smaller than x minus 2. Okay, this is a positive y because y equals to x minus 2, right? The gradient, the coefficient of x is positive. So if it's a positive, means the line is like this, going up. Okay, here you only see one that is going up like this, the gradient that is positive, which is this. Okay, so this is your y equals to x minus 2. Okay, if it's y larger than, then it's here. Then if y smaller than, then it will be here. Okay, y larger than, it will be A, B, C, F, G. But if it's smaller than, then it will be D, E, H, I. Okay, combine with the first one just now. Okay, y larger than 1 is above, right? It's supposed to be D, E, C, B, A for y larger than 1. But now if you combine with y smaller than x minus 2, which means the one below this line here, so it will be only D and E. Okay, so it's not A, B, C anymore because A, B, C will be larger than. And then combine with this y smaller than 5 minus x, which is y equals to 5 minus x. Okay, you need to know where is the line is before you know smaller than or larger than. So y equals to 5 minus x, you look at the coefficient of the x, it's a negative, means it's going down. Okay, it's like this. And it touches at 5 because that is your y-intercept. Okay, so the line that is touching at 5 and is also a negative gradient is this. So the gradient is going down and touching at 5, and if smaller than means it's all below. Okay, and if you combine with the first two inequalities, that is smaller than, then it is E. It's not D because it's larger than. Okay, like this is larger than. Below like this is smaller than. Okay, so E is the region. Okay, the one that I already shaded is actually a E. That's E, yeah. Okay, which combine all the three inequalities together. Alright, now let's look at question 6. So question 6, reflect triangle A in the line x equals to 1. X equals to 1 is this line over here. This is x equals to 1. Okay, x equals to 1. Oh, it's raining over here now. You can hear the sound of the rain. Okay, so this is the line of x equals to 1 and we want to reflect. So when you want to reflect, it is like a mirror. Okay, this point, you count the number of the steps is 3 here. So here is also 3. So the point is going here. Okay, whereas this one, it will be over here lah. Okay, it's like a mirror. Okay, and for the third point, this one will goes to, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is here. Okay, I'm going to erase this and draw that line and draw the triangle. So this is the triangle and B. Okay, that's the image of B. Okay, now we rotate A through 90 degree clockwise about the point -1, 3. Okay, so I need to erase. I don't need this line. So the point is at -1, 3, which is here. Look at the x first, then look at the y. It's -1, 3 is there. And you need to rotate clockwise. So clockwise, we can expect this A going this way like that. Okay, it's going clockwise like that. So we need to make sure these 3 points are all 90 degree. Okay, because it says 90 degree clockwise. So this point, okay, like this form a 90 degree. So it's here. Okay, where's the green one? Like that to the center, and it will be going like that. This is the point. Okay, I draw the line. I'm not gonna show it now. It's very messy. Okay, and then the third one, it will be like that. This is 90 degree. Until here is 90 degree like this. You can count the number of box. Okay, you can see this one is 3, 1. So this is also 3, 1. Like that. Okay, you can count the number of box. Okay, this is 3 by 1. This is also 3 by 1. Okay, and then you see if it's 90 degree and also the same length. Okay, right, so all the 3 points are 90 degree now. So after that, you draw the triangle and you label the image as C. Okay, done. Question 6. All 1 mark so far, until number 6, all 1 mark. Now let's look at question 7. Okay, so this is a water level in a river. And then this is a reading for June. Okay, it's a reading for June. Okay, January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, so you need to complete the table with June reading. This June reading you can see, I zoom in. This is -1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So this is -1.3 because this is -1.4 and this is -1.5. Okay, so the answer is -1.3. Okay, and then part B, work out the difference between the highest and the lowest. The highest here is positive number definitely, which is on the February. It's a March because we have 1.3, which is larger than 1.2. Okay, sorry about that. And the lowest one will be -1.9 because it's the most negative. The most negative means the smallest number, -1.9. So if we want to find the difference, highest and lowest, we always use the highest to minus the smallest one. The highest is 1.3. We minus the smallest one, which is -1.9. So 1.3 minus and negative become plus 1.9. And then we plus. Okay, I show you how to plus. That. Okay, 3 plus 9 is 12. 1, 2, 3, so it's 3.2. So the difference is 3.2. Okay, always use the highest minus the lowest one to find the difference. Okay, D for difference, H for highest minus the lowest. Okay, part C. The August reading was 0.4 meter higher than the July reading. Okay, July reading is -1.9 and it's 0.4 higher than that. So it means that -1.9 higher than that you plus, plus with 0.4. Okay, -1.9 plus with 0.4. Okay, since the negative number is bigger than the positive number, so it's still negative. So 1.9 you minus 0.4, okay, which is 1.5. Okay, I show you the working here, like that. For some people don't know how to minus mentally. Okay, you use 1.9 to minus 0.4. Okay, 0.4. So you get 1.5. And then with negative, because negative 1.9 here is bigger than your 0.4. Or it's more negative, you can think of it like that. So the answer is -1.5. Let's proceed to number 8, okay? Number 8, James thinks of a 2-digit number, okay, 2 numbers. It is a cube number, it is an even number, and what is his number. Okay, so it must be, this 2-digit number must be cube number and also must be even number. Okay, so maybe we can start off from the cube number to find out what is the even number within the cube numbers. Okay, so what is cube number? Cube number is number that is after you cubed. Okay, for example, 1 cube is 1. Okay, 1 cube is 1. So 1 is your cube number. And what is 2 cube? 8. Okay, 8 is also your cube number. What is 3 cube? 27. 27 is also a cube number. So 1, 8, 27 are cube numbers. Okay, besides that, we have 4 cube also, which is 64. And James thinks of these 2-digit number. Okay, 1 definitely is not because it's only 1 digit. 8 is not, so it's either 27, 64, and we have 5 cube. But 5 cube is 125. 125 is not 3 digit. Okay, so it's not. So it's either 27 or 64. And it says that it is an even number. So even number, we just need to look at the number behind. Okay, the number at the end. If it's 24680, then it's even. So the even number here is 64. 27 is odd number. So the answer is 64. Okay? Okay, D. So now Omar. Omar thinks of a 2-digit number. It is a factor of 78. Okay, it is a factor of 78. Okay, factor of 78 means that it's a combination of 2 multiplication. Okay, and there are lists of a number that actually can be divided by 78. Okay, it is it's not divided by 78. It also a multiply of this 78. Okay, 78, for example, 78 divided by 2, you will get a 39. So 78 is it's from 2 times 39. Okay, why I do this method? Because they say it's also a prime number. Okay, if it's also a prime number, means that you see I divide by 2. Okay, I can also divide by 3. Okay, 3, the multiple of 3 is also 78. Okay, which means 78 also can be divisible by 3. Okay, so it's 13. Okay. So 2, 3, 13 are factors of 78 and also a prime number. But the only 2-digit number here is 13. So the answer is 13. Okay. And then write down an irrational number between 1 and 2. Okay, now you need to understand what is irrational number. Okay, I give you an example of irrational number. Okay, pi is an irrational number because it's 3.141 and it's never ending number, so it's undefined. Undefined number means it is an irrational number. Okay, another type of irrational number is surds. Surds as in square root. Okay, for example, square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5. Okay, square root of 4 is not irrational number because it is 2. It can become a 2. Okay, these are example of irrational number. Okay, so the number that is between 1 and 2. Okay, we need to know what is the square of this 1. Okay, it is coming from square root of 1. Okay, and this 2 is coming from square root of 4. Okay, so the number, irrational number, will be in between square root of 1 and square root of 4, which is square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 2.5 also can. Okay, so the answer for this, okay, it varies. So I can write square root of 2, or you can write square root of 3. If you write square root of 2.5, it's also acceptable. Okay, but definitely not pi, because pi is 3.14 something something. It is not between 1 and 2. Okay, so it must be between 1 and 2. So you need to find out what is the square root of the of this become 1, the square root of what number become 2, and then you find the number in between. So square root of 2, 2.5, square root of 3. Okay, but not square root of 5 because it's already over the number. Okay, now let's look at number 9. Okay, number 9, write this number correct to 2 sig fig. Okay, so when we have a decimal places where the front number is 0, okay, you start counting the significant figure after the 0. Okay, we have 0 here, so this is my first significant figure, this is my second significant figure, so it stops here. And since the number after the second significant figure is bigger than 5, or if it's equal to 5 or more than 5, then you have to add on 1 here. So this one will become 1. Okay, so it's 0.0041. Okay, so that's answer 0.0041, 2 sig fig. Okay, part B. Square root of 131 lies between two consecutive integers. Okay, or integers. Consecutive means the next number. Okay, the next consecutive integers. Okay, complete the equality below with these integers. Okay, so we have a square root of 131. Square root of 131 we cannot find because this paper is without calculator. So without calculator you cannot find what is the value of square root of 131, right? Okay, so think of a number that can be square rooted and it's closer to 131. Okay, if you can think of it, it's actually in between 121 and 144, because the square number for 10 square is 100, right? 11 square is 121, 12 square is 144, and you can see this 131 is in between these two numbers 121 and 144. Okay, therefore it is also in between square root of 121 and square root of 144, and the integers is 11 and 12. Okay, because square root of 121 is 11, square root of 144 is 12. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, part C. Add brackets to the statement below to make it correct. Okay, so the correct bracket here is like this. Because here it will become 3 times 2, 6. After you plus 1 and after you square, it's actually 7 square and it becomes 49. Okay, so the bracket is like this. So this one is also 1 mark. Okay. Now let's look at question 10. Okay, question 10, some of you haven't learned this yet. It's okay, but if you want to learn, then you can listen here. But if you haven't learned yet, it's okay, you can learn in the school. And this part, if you're taking May June, this coming May June, you can listen to this explanation here. Okay, so question 10, this is under sets topic. This is under sets. Okay, so question 10 here. This symbol is universal. It's called universal, or which means it's all. Okay, all the numbers inside this box. Okay, this is universal box, right? Universal. It's 1 until 10. So 1 until 10 is within this rectangle, inside this rectangle. Okay, so A is odd numbers, and these odd numbers must be from the universal. Okay, so from your universal here, your odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, must be within the box there lah, within the universal, because it's inside the box, right? Okay, and then multiple of 3 is 3, 6, and 9. Okay, multiple of 3. So now what we're gonna do is complete the Venn diagram. This is called Venn diagram. Okay, we need to fill in all the numbers 1 to 10 inside this box. Okay, so first you need to see this is A, this is B. The one that is overlapping here, A and B, means that you have a common number of A and B. So the common numbers of A and B here we can see is 3 and 9. So 3, 9 is inside here lah, because it's overlapping, right? Okay, then we look at A. A is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 3 and 9 is already inside the A and also overlapping with B. Okay, the one that's left over here will be 1, 5, and 7. The leftover numbers here. So 1, 5, 7. You can write anywhere in here. Okay, and then you look at this B, 3, 6, 9. So the leftover here is 6. Okay, and then now you focus on the universal. The universal here, whatever number that is left that is not written down is all outside. Okay, which is 2, 4, 6. 6 is already there, so 6 is not. Okay, and 8, 10. Okay, double check our answer. 1 is here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we already illustrate it. This one 1 mark also. Okay, and now let's look at part B. Okay, part B here we have n. This is n, it means number. Okay, the number means how many, okay, how many of A union with B. This is a symbol of union in sets. Okay, union means everything. Okay, A union with B means everything in A together with everything in B. So everything of A and everything of B is basically this one. Okay, I try to highlight this one and this one. Okay, this is basically A union with B. Okay, A union with B is the one that I shaded here with this highlight. Okay, and they ask you how many number, the number n. Okay, if they did not write down this n, let's say if it's not n, then you have to list down every number, which is 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. But if they say number with the n there, which means you have to count how many. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Altogether there are 6. So the answer is 6. Okay, 6 altogether. Okay, so part C, list the element. Okay, I'm gonna erase this highlight. List the elements of the set A intersect. Okay, this symbol is intersect. And the symbol here, this one with the on the top there, is called complement. Okay, complement of B, so it means not B. Okay, make it a simple language, not B. Okay, not B. So A intersect with not B. Okay, A must touch with not B. Okay, not together. The union is together. Intersect must touch only. Okay, a certain amount of A is collides with a certain amount of the number of the not B. Okay, it means that A is overlapping. Okay, another word, overlapping or intersect. Overlapping with not B. Okay, A is here. Okay, and this A, right, which includes 15739, it intersects or it overlaps with not B. The one that is overlapping with not B is this 1, 5, and 7. Okay, because 1, 5, 7 is out of B, it's not including in B. Oh, it's very lazy. Sorry, So the one that I circle, that's the answer. Okay, 1, 5, 7. Right, so let's look at question 11. A photo is 10 cm long. It is enlarged so that all dimensions are increased by 20%. Okay, find the length of the enlarged photo. Okay, so the photo length, right? We only know the length. The spot is 10 centimeter. Okay, it's enlarged, so it increased by 20%. So actually, 10, you need to know what is the increase first. So the increase is 10 times 20%. Okay, which gives you a 2. And then after increase, okay, after increase will be 10 plus 2. So after increase, the photo become 10 cm become 12 cm. Okay, so the answer is 12. Okay, another working to find this is you can straight away 10 times 120%, because this 120% is including the original 100% plus the increased 20%. Okay, you will get 12 also for this. Okay, any working is okay. Okay, let's look at part B. Find the ratio of the area of the enlarged photo to the area of the original photo. Okay, we find the ratio of the length first. Okay, the ratio of length, ROL, ratio of length is the enlarged one is 12. Okay, to original, which is 10. So after we simplify, we divide by 2, so it becomes 6.5. Okay, this is ratio of length. Okay, if you want to find ratio of area, you need to square. Okay, you need to square. Ratio of side or ratio of length is A dot B, if you remember this. And if ratio of area is A squared dot B squared. Okay, so you need to square. This is under similarity topic. So this is 36.25. And the question say here, give your answer in the form of K.1. K.1 means that you need to have 1 here, but this is 25. So what you do is you have to divide by 25 both sides, so that here you will get 1. And here is 36 over 25, which is 1.44. Okay, I do the working for you. 36 divided by 25. add a 0 and then decimal, and I times with 4 to get 100, and times with 4 to get 100. Okay, so the answer is 1.44. Or if your answer is 111 over 25, also okay. Alright. Okay, that's for question 11. Question 12, I will show you at the end of the lesson of this video. Okay, let's look at question 13. Question 13 here is under matrix. Okay, if you haven't learned this, you can learn this from your school teacher first. Okay, you wait for me to teach you during the lesson, or you can listen here also can. I will explain by the way. Okay, question 13 here. Okay, you have a matrix. Okay, this is A minus B, so it means that A, this is your A, minus this is your B. Okay, so if you want to minus or plus matrix, you can just focus on the first and the first number. The first number here is these two. Okay, so this will give you 2 minus negative 2. Okay, this is the first 2 minus negative 2. Okay, and then now you focus on the second one, which is 3 minus 4. And then here will be negative 2 minus negative 3, the third number. And then 0 minus 1. Like that. So you have 4 numbers, which is 2 by 2. We call it 2 by 2. 2 column by 2 row. So this one becomes 0. It's 0. Become plus. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, this one become plus. 2 plus 2, 4. This one negative 2 plus 3 is 1. 3 minus 4, negative 1. And this is negative 1. Okay, so you just fill in here 4, 1, negative 1, and negative 1. Okay, so this one is also 1 mark. So far we have done only 1 mark questions, right? Okay, so 1 mark question, we just look at the answer. If it's correct, then 1 mark given. Okay, part B, A inverse. Okay, the formula for A inverse is, this is called A inverse, 1 over determinant. Okay, I write DET means determinant. Bracket, okay. Now, this is your A, B, C, D. Okay. The formula is 1 over determinant. Okay. And then with the DA, terbalik or flip, and this one add a negative. This is basically the formula. Okay, and then what is determinant? Okay, and then this is determinant. Okay, so we need to find out what is the determinant here, or determinant is actually like this. Okay, this one we call determinant. So determinant is AD minus BC. A times D minus with B times C. Okay, A, from the question here, I already show you A, B, C, D here. A times D, A times 2 times 0 minus B, which is your 3 times negative 2. And you get 6. Okay, it's a 6. And then this one, D, negative B, negative C, and A, you just need to flip everything and flip the A and D and add a negative with the B and C. Okay, so the answer for A inverse is 1 over 6, bracket, your D and A terbalik, so 0 and 2. Here, this one add negative, this one add negative, so become positive. Okay, so look at here, you compare with this. This is the formula for A inverse. So your answer, you can just write down like that. Right, so that's the answer. Okay, so this is 2 marks. So what we want to see here is the determinant. This one is your 1 mark. And this whole thing here is also your 1 mark. Alright. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Question 14a. Okay, question 14a. So Sophia earns $7.60 for each hour she works. She starts work at 7:45. Okay, this is start work, and this is finish work. And she stops for half an hour for lunch. Okay, she stopped half an hour for lunch. So we need to know how long she actually been working. Okay, so we need to minus 430 with 745. This 430 we can change it to 24-hour system, which is 1630, or you can plus 12 hour. So it's 12 hour plus 4 is 16, so 1630. This is 1630, and 745 in 24-hour system is 0745. Okay, and then she stops work for half an hour, right? Okay, so I minus first 1630 with 745. So 1630 I minus 745. Okay, this is a time system. It's a time, so hour and minute. So when you times, you cannot borrow like this, right? You must borrow 1 hour from here, so become 5. This one you need to plus with 60, so become 90. Okay, because you borrow 1 hour from the left side here. So this one become 90 because 30 plus 60. Then 90 minus 45, you still get 45. 15 minus 7 is 8. So altogether 8 hours 45 minutes she works, but then stop half an hour, right? Half an hour means 30 minutes, okay? So she needs to minus the 30 minutes because you are not being paid for the 30 minutes of resting or 30 minutes of the lunch. So you minus 30, so it's 15, 8 hour 15 minutes, okay? So this is 8 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, if you want to change this to hour only, it will be 8 and 1 over 4 hour. Okay, 8 and 1 over 4 hour, or 8.25 hour also can. Okay, how do I know is 1 over 4? Because 15 minutes, right? In your clock like this, right? 15 minutes is like this. So it takes up 1 over 4 of the whole hour. Okay, or you can do it 15 over 60, which is also 1 over 4 hour, also can. You divide by 60, so means over 60. Okay, then now 8.25 or 1 over 4, you times with $7.60 because 1 hour $7.60, right? Okay, so what you're gonna do here is you can use this to times with $7.60. Okay, or you can use 8.25 to times 7.6 also can, but I'm using this one, okay? So this is 33 over 4, change to improper, times 7.6. Okay, and then I simplify first. 4 and 7.6 means I divided by 4 first. 4, so this is dot here 9. So this is 1, this is 1.9. Okay, and then 33 times 1.9. This one I don't need to explain at all. I think you can do it. So it's 1 decimal place, so 1 decimal place like that. So 62.7. So she earned $62.70. Okay. Alright, part B. Malin earns $1,500 each month. Okay, he pays rent of $525. Find the amount he pays in rent as a percentage of his earnings. So rent as a percentage of his earnings. So if you want to find percentage, you definitely need to times 100, right? Okay, and then we have a fraction here. The rent over the earning, because it says rent as a percentage of his earning. So rent is 525 over the earning, which is 1,500. Okay, then I simplify, 0, 0, cut. And then 525 divided by 15. Okay, you can divide straight away, or you simplify. Simplify is much easier. I divided by 5 first. Okay, divided by 5, this is 3. This one divided by 5 is, okay, I'll show you. Add a 0. So bring down 5. So it's 105 over 3, and then you can simplify again one more time. Times 5, 15. So it's 35. So 35%. Okay, so that's for question 14. This one how much? How many marks? 1 mark. The 14A, right? 2 marks. Okay, 1 mark comes from the number of hour here. Okay, number of hour here, 1 mark, and your $62.70 is 1 mark. Okay, if you find the number of hours correctly, you are given 1 mark. Okay, let's look at question 15. Okay, question 15, we have directly proportional. Okay, this is under variation topic. Directly proportional to the square of Q. So it means that it's a P equals to K times square of Q. So it's like that. Okay, if it's directly, so you write P equals to K times Q squared. But if it's inversely, just a recap back, then if it's inversely, then you have to write like this, K over Q squared. Okay, if it's inversely. If it's directly, then you write like this, it's a times. Okay, so when P is 9, Q is 6. So here we need to find the value of the K. Why? Because they're asking you to find formula of P in terms of Q, not P in terms of K and Q. If P in terms of K and Q, you just leave your answer like this. So P is 9. Okay, and your K you need to find. And your Q is 6. Okay, find the value of the K first. So 6 squared is 36. Okay, I'm doing here. So K is 9 over 36, and after I simplify, I divide by 9 is 1, divide by 9 is 4. So it's 1 over 4. So K is 1 over 4. So your formula is P, it's already here, P equals to 1 over 4 Q squared. So P in terms of Q. Okay, so now part B. Find the values of Q when P is 25. Okay, you have the formula already, which is P equals to 1 over 4 Q squared. So now you need to find Q, right? You have to sub in the value of the P, which is 25. Okay, and then you move the 4 to the other side, become times. So 25 times 4 is 100. And Q squared is that. Continue here. So your Q square is 100. You move your square, it will become a plus minus square root of 100. So the answer is positive 10 and negative 10. Okay, 10 or negative 10 or negative 10, 10. Okay. So this one, 1 mark. 1 mark each. Okay, because 2 marks here, right? Okay, let's look at question 16a. This is 4 to the power of negative 2, which is also 1 over 4 squared. Okay, this negative, okay, is 1 over. You need to know the law of indices. If you have like that, it will become 1 over a to the power of m. Okay, this is one of the law of indices. So this one will become 1 over 16. So this question is testing your law of indices, this one. Okay, take note on that. Okay, now this one is another indices also. Okay, this is power half. This power half belongs to all of these here. Okay, so it will be 9 to the power of half. And then x, since this is nothing, right, means it's 1. Okay, another law of indices here, if you have like that, bracket with the n means with times. Okay, so this is 1. 1 times half is half. And then y is 6 times half. Okay, and then over x also 3 times half. Y, these 2 also times half. You can see the half is belongs to every single term here. Okay, it belongs to the 9x, y, and also this one. So you times the power, only the power you times. So 9 to the power of half is actually square root of 9. Okay, another law of indices here. Like that. If 1 over m means it's root. Okay, so square root of 9 here is 3. Okay, this x still half. This will become 3. Okay, because this one after you simplify is 3. Over 3 times half is 3 over 2. And then this one when you times, it's 1. Okay, or I don't need to write also can. Alright, so until here what you do is, okay, the number you only have 1 here, which is 3. one number only, which is 3. So the next is x. Okay, if we have a divide, okay, another law of indices here you need to know is that this one I organize a bit. Okay, you can write down the law of indices. Okay, one of the law of indices, a, if power m divided by a power n, it's minus. So if we have a divide with same base, the index or the power we minus. Okay, so this one we minus half minus 3 over 2. See, the power we minus since it's the same base. This one also same base, y, so 3 I minus with 1. Okay, so this answer will be 3x. Half minus 3 over 2 is negative 2 over 2, y power 1. This one is a power 1, this is power 2. This one after I simplify is 1. Okay, so my answer is 3x negative 1 and then y squared. Or the answer can be acceptable if you write this 3y squared over x. Okay, why the x at the bottom? Because of the power negative. Okay, power negative is always the denominator. Okay, so that's the answer for 16b. Let's proceed to 17. So the diagram shows part of an earring. This is part of an earring. Okay, this is earring. It is in the shape of a sector of a circle, radius 3. Okay, radius 3, angle 45. It's all in the diagram already. Okay, I'm not gonna read it. Okay, this is empty. Okay, it's just a shaded region. This one is lubang, nothing there. Okay, this is earring, right? Calculate the shaded area. So you need to find the area, the shaded area. Okay, we need to find the big sector area minus the small sector area. Okay, area of a sector, the big one minus the small one. Okay, and area of sector, the thing that you need to know here is area of sector is angle or theta divided by 360 times pi r squared. Okay, this is area of sector. Sector is this shape lah. Like that. This is sector. Okay, so what we do is we need to use the big, alright, B, big sector, area of sector, minus the small sector area. Okay, so the big sector area will be 45 over 360 times pi r squared. The r for the big one is 3. Okay, minus the small one, the angle also 45, times pi, your radius for the small one is 2. So when the big sector, we minus the small sector, we will get the shaded region. Okay, so we use as area of sector. So this one we simplify. This one you can divide by 9, become 5, divided by 9 is 40. You divide by 5, become 1, divide by 5, become 8. So this is 1 over 8, so this one is also 1/8. So this is 1 over 8 times pi times 9. 3 squared is 9. This is 1 over 8 times pi times 4. Okay, you see the pi I did not change to 22 over 7 or whatever number because in the question they say here in terms of pi. You see that? You see there's a pi there? Means that they don't times the pi. They leave the pi they leave the pi as it is. Okay, so this one I can simplify, no need to simplify, I just times straight away. 9 times pi times 1 over 8 is 9 over 8 pi. You just times the numerator because 9 is actually over 1. This one is also over 1 minus 4 over 8 pi. Okay, then I can minus my 9 and the 4, become 5 over 8 pi. Okay, 5 over 8 pi is the same as 5 pi over 8 because they want us to write in this form, right? Yeah. Okay, so your 1 mark here, because 2 marks, right? 1 mark comes from your showing your area of sector, okay? Which you need to show that your angle you use is 45, and if you use 3, okay, you are given 1 mark. If you are using the correct area of sector, you are given 1 mark. Okay, and then the second mark is definitely the answer. Okay, part B. The earring is cut from a sheet of silver. Okay, it's coming from a silver. The mass of 1 centimeter square of the silver is 1.9 gram. Okay, so 1 centimeter square is 1.6 gram. Okay, it's 1.6 gram. By taking the value of pi to be 3, so your pi, let it be 3, okay? Estimate the mass of the earring. Okay, the area we found it earlier in part A already, 5 pi over 8, okay? So 5 pi over 8 area is how many gram? That's the question, okay? So you need to times. So 5 pi, your pi is 3, okay? Because the question say let pi be 3 over 8, this is 5 pi over 8, times with 1.6 to find out how many gram needed. How many gram of the earring. Okay, so here I simplify. 8 I divided by 8 become 1. This one 1.6 I divided by 8 is 0.2. Okay, not 2 because it's not 16, 0.2. And then 5 times 3 is 15. So 15 times 0.2. Okay, I can show you how I divide like that. By 8. 0. Okay, why 0 point? Because it's 1, right? So 0, so it's 16. That's why it's 0.2. Then 15 times 0.2 leh? Okay, 5 times 2. And then 2 times 1 plus is 30. And then with 1 decimal place, it's 3. Okay, or you can focus on 15 times 2 only, which is 30. Okay, after 30, since you have a 1 decimal place, so it's 3. Okay, so the answer is 3. Okay, this one mark. So you need to get correct for part A in order to bring down, follow through here to get the correct answer for this. Right, let's look at question 18. Okay, question 18. Brazil produced 48 million bags. Okay, 48 million. Million is 60, by the way. 48, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is million. How you wish you have 6 digits, 60 in your bank account, right? Alright, so now we need to put it in a standard form. Standard form must be, okay, larger than 1, or must be, must be larger than 1 or equals to 1, and must be less than 10. Okay, so here the decimal place you need to put is at here, 4.8. Cannot be 48. Cannot be 0.48 also. It's not standard form. So it is 4.8 times 10 to the power of, okay, now you count how many 0 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Until the decimal place here is 7. So power 7. Okay, so that's the answer. Part B. How many more bags of coffee were produced in Vietnam than in Colombia? Okay, so this question, you need to use Vietnam and Colombia, they will minus. So the bigger number here is this. As you can see, power 7 here, right? Minus 9.2 times 10 to the power of 6. Okay, I show you both of the method. The first method, you use the standard form method to find out what is the answer. So here I factorize, or I take out 10 to the power of 6 from here. Okay, so if I take out 10 to the power of 6, what is left inside here is 1.85 times 10 to the power of 1. Okay, because here 10 power 7, if you take out 10 power 6, left 10 power 1. Okay, imagine if you times this back. This time 10 power 6 times with this, you will get 10 power 7. And with the 1.85. Minus with 9.2. Okay, where's 10 power 6? You already take out here. Okay, so here 10 to the power of 6, bracket, or you times. This 1.85 times 10 is 18.5. I minus with 9.2. Okay, so this one here, you can minus 18.5 using the working. So 18.5 minus 9.2. 9.3, okay, so times 9.3. So it's already in standard form, less than 10. So 9.3 times 10 to the power of 6. Another method is, okay, the easiest method I think most of you can do is you change to the general form, to the general number. So 1.85 times 10 to the power 7 minus 9.2 times 10 to the power 6. This is another method, is you 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So you will get 185, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 minus 5, 5, 0. Okay, then you minus like that. Okay, you minus lah, you will get the same answer also. Okay, maybe I show lah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. You minus this one 3, this one 9. Okay, so you change this to standard form 9.3, and then how many decimal place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 10 to the power 6. You will still get the same answer. Okay, whichever method also okay. That's for part B. Okay, now let's look at part C. The mass of a bag of coffee is 60 kg. Work out the number of kilograms of coffee produced in Indonesia. Okay, Indonesia, let's look at Indonesia. 8.5 times 10 to the power 6. Okay, in Indonesia, 8.5 times 10 to the power 6 of bag of coffees. Okay, bag of coffee. So one bag is 60 kg. So this amount of bag you need to times 60 to find how many kilogram altogether. Okay, so what you do here is you can times, okay, 8.5 you times 60. Okay, I show you. 6 times 5 is 30. 8 times 6, 48. 49, 50, 51 like that. And then one decimal place like that. So it's 510 times 10 to the power of 6. Okay, then 510 is also equals to 5.1 times 10 to the power of 2. Okay, and then 10 power 6, bring it down. Okay, what 510 is 5.1 times 10 squared, because okay, the decimal place is here 1, 2, so 2 times 10 squared to the power of 2. So here we will get 5.1 times 10 to the power of 2 plus with the 6. So it's 8. So the answer is 5.1 times 10 to the power of 8. Okay, 1 mark. And as for your 18B, the 1 mark comes from here. As long as you show that you minus, you get 1 mark. This one minus 1 mark. So final answer 1 mark. Okay, let's look at question 19. Question 19 is under statistics. If you haven't learned, it's okay. You can learn here. Okay, 19A, write down the mod. Mod is the highest frequency. The highest frequency here is this. Okay, so the answer is 1. Okay, not 6. 6 is the frequency, but the mod is the 1. Okay, the one that's showing the highest frequency is 1. Okay, work out the mean. So the mean here is the number of letters times frequency, and sum it up. Okay, sum it up, total of this 0 times with 4 plus 1 times 6 plus 2 times 3. I write bracket as times. And then 3 times 2. Okay, basically I times like that. Times. Plus 4 times 1 plus 5 times 4. Okay, and then all over total. Total here is 20. Okay, because of the total frequency, if you plus everything here is also 20, but the question already said so you don't need to plus. If you want to double confirm, then you plus everything here is 20. Okay, so after that we times everything and divide by 20. This is your mean. Okay, so 0 times 4 is 0. 6 plus 2 times 3, 6 plus 3 times 2, 6 plus 4 plus 20 divided by 20. Okay, I add up everything here on the top. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 20. Okay, this 6 plus 4 is 10. I plus with 20, so 30. 30 plus 6, 36. 36 plus with 6 is 42. So this is 42 over 20. And then I simplify by dividing 2. Become 10. Dividing by 2 is 21. 21 divided by 10 is 2.1. Okay, if you are doing this together with me, you can pause the video and try do mentally by your own first, or do the working by your own first. I might do it fast because I've done this already one time, and mental wise I can do a bit faster. Okay, if you need time, you pause the video and do your own. Okay, let's look at B. Over the same 20 days, Emma received a mean of 1.7 letters each day. Okay, how many letters did Emma receive altogether? Okay, so you know that mean is the total, total divided by the total frequency. Okay, and the total frequency here is 20 days, and the mean is 1.7. So in this case, your total means your total letters are. So the total letters you don't know, so it's X. Right? So the total frequency as in total number of days. Okay, total letters divided by total number of days. So X divided by 20 is 1.7. Then you move the 20 to this side, become 20 times 1.7. Okay, so it's 34. I show you the working. 20 times 1.7. One decimal place, so it's 34. The answer is 34. Okay, so next page. Next page here. Okay, so 20A. This one we need to solve the X. So since it's a fraction here, algebraic fraction, we make the denominator same. This one times 2, so it's already the same. So since you times 2 here, the top one also you need to times 2. So denominator will become the same number, which is 4. This one will become 3x plus 2 bracket 2x minus 1, because the 2 times with this whole thing. Okay, equals to 3. Next, you move the 4. Okay, become times, so 3x plus this one at the same time you can expand, plus 4x minus 2 equals to 4 times 3, which is 12. Okay, so 3x plus 4x is 7x. The negative 2 you can move over, become plus. So 7x is equals to 14. And x is equals to 14 divided by 7, because when you move these times over, it become divide. So x is equals to 14 over 7 is 2. Okay, so the answer is 2. So this one 2 marks. Your 1 mark comes from the step over here. Okay, this step 1 mark. Up until here 1 mark. The final answer 1 mark. The previous one also the same. This one, okay, the mean. I forgot to tell you the marks. This part here is 1 mark. Okay, the total here 1 mark. Okay, and then the final 1 mark is 2.1 here. Okay, now 20B. Let's look at part B. So this question we also make the denominator same. It's a single fraction. You are not solving anything. You want to make it into a single fraction. So you times with x minus 1. You times x minus 1 on the top also. This one you times x plus 4. And this one you times x plus 4. Okay. So this one will become 5 bracket. This one plus 2 bracket like this. All over. The one at the bottom is already the same. Okay, don't need to write down 2 times. This is the same, left, right, the same as this. Okay, after that, you can expand this and this. This one become 5x minus 5 plus 2 times x, 2x plus 2 times 4 is 8. The one at the bottom or the denominator, you don't need to times. Okay, just leave it as it is. Okay, so 5x plus 2x is 7x. Negative 5 plus with 8 is positive 3. Okay, so that's the answer. 7x plus 3 over that. Okay, so that's the answer. 2 marks, right? 1 mark comes from here. You times the, you make the denominator the same and you have the correct numerator, the one without simplified, a simplified one also, okay, 1 mark. Okay, final answer here, 2 marks. If you expand the bottom one correctly, you will also get the marks, okay? Good, question 21. Question 21 is also under statistics, okay? This is under cumulative frequency. Cumulative means accumulate, okay? Accumulate the frequency. Okay, so we have a frequency here, 4, 12, 14. Okay, cumulative means we accumulate, right? Okay, if we accumulate, okay, means that if we have m that is less or equal 10, less than 10, here, the frequency here, the marks, okay, I explain a bit on this table first. So the marks between 0 to 10 is for 4 of them, 4 students, because a group of students took a physics test, right? So there are 4 students get 0 to 10 marks. And there are 12 students get 10 to 20. And 14 students get 20 to 30. And so on, okay? So we can see from 50 to 60 marks is 10 students, okay? And they are all together 80 students here, okay? This is the distribution marks, right? So how many of them, cumulative frequency, how many of them is actually less than 10? So it's here lah, less than 10 is 4. So 4 students only. And how many students less than 20? Okay, 10 to 20 is 12. Less than 10 is 4. Okay, less than 20 means these 2 plus together. So 4 plus 12, 16. Okay, this 2 is less than 20. Less or equal than 20. Okay, less equals than 20. The marks are the marks. Okay, which is 16 of them. Then less than 30, less than 30, including the 20 to 31, which is 14. Including the 12 and 4 also. So which means 14, you just need to plus with the 16. Okay, 14 plus 16 here is 30. Less than 40 is 22 plus with 30. Because 30 is everything, everything here. So you plus with the 22. So it's 52. Okay, and less than 50 is everything from 18, 22, 14, 12, 4. You don't need to plus all over again from 4 to, because we already know that here until here is 30. Here is already 30, so you just need to plus with 18. 52, sorry. Okay, here until here is 30. Including here is 52. So 52 plus 18. Okay, it's 70. Then less than 60 is all here is less than 60, right? Less than or equal 60. So here until here is 70 plus 10, 80. Easy, yeah? Okay, so after that we draw a cumulative frequency curve. Okay, we draw according to this cumulative frequency table. Okay, so 10 here is 4, less than 10, so 10. 4, we zoom in now, 4 is here. Okay, and then that 20 you refer is 16, so you plot at 16. Okay, and then 30 is also 30. 40 is 52. /50 is at 70. I hope I did not see wrong. 60 is at 80. Okay, correct or not? 4, 16 to 16 16, 30, 52. This is 50. Okay, I think I plot wrong here. 52 because it's quite hard to see on the screen. It's easier to see on the paper. Okay, zoom in again. Okay, this is 50, so 52 is here. And then this is 70. This is 80. Okay? I hope you plot it correctly. Okay, alright, so now I need to draw the curve. Don't use ruler. Okay, draw the curve. Okay, you can draw better using pencil. Okay, so that's how your cumulative curve looks like. Okay, part C. The pass mark for the test is 45. Okay, passing mark is 45. Use your cumulative frequency curve to estimate the number of students who pass. Okay, pass. If you are looking at 45 straight away here, 45, if this is your 45 and you use your ruler better until here, your marks right there, and then if you until here, okay, here you will get 62, but 45 here basically means you have students that are 62 of them get less than 45, not more than 45, because here if you are looking at this curve, this graph, 45 here, 62 means it's all less than, because you see your graph is all less than. So 45 students get less, 62 students get less than 45 marks, which means it's fail, okay, because this is your passing marks, right? So the one that pass is here, from 45 until 60. From 45 until 60 is from 62 until 80 students. From 62 until 80 students, which means that you have to minus 80, you minus 62. Okay, I get 18. It depends on your graph. You might don't see this as 62. Okay, you might see this as 63 or 64. But after you minus, the answer that is acceptable is between 16 to 18. 16, 17, 18 acceptable. Okay, it depends on your graph here. Okay, remember this 45 marks is passing marks. So if you're looking at here, means that 62 of them fail. Okay, this one, if you're looking at 45 marks like that, is fail. The pass one is 45 above. 45 above is from 62 until 80. So you need to minus. Okay, right, so next question, question 22. Varun leaves home at 1 p.m. This is 1 p.m. 13:00 means 1 p.m. And cycles 12 km to college. Okay, this one, he cycle from home to college 12 km from 1 o'clock until this time. His sister Kiran leaves college at 13:10. Okay, at college, this sister, okay, Varun's sister is at college. So the college is here on top. Okay, leaves the college at 13:10. Okay, means that from top here, 13:10 is here. And cycles home on the same road at a constant speed of 16 km per hour. Okay, so you are given speed, but you are not given time. You don't know what time this Kiran reach home. You don't know what time. So you don't know this one draw until where. Okay, you know that it will go down because from college until home, right? You see college to home. You know that this one will go down, but you don't know touch where because you don't know the time. But you are given speed. Okay, you are given speed. So time is basically distance divided by speed. Okay, distance is 12 because you know that this college to home is 12 km. Divided by speed, the speed is 16 km per hour. So what you get here is 12 over 16. After you simplify, means after you divided by 4, you get 3 divided by 4 is 3 over 4 hour. Because the speed is kilometer per hour, so must be in hour lah. 3 over 4 hour, which is times 60. 3 over 4 hour is 45 minutes. Okay, as I say, if you know your clock, for 3 over 4 is like this, right? 3 over 4. This is 45 minutes. Okay, or you can times 60 without knowing this one also can. So this one divided by 2, divided by 2 is 30, divided by 2 again, this one 15. 15 times 3 is 45, so it's 45 minutes. So you know that Kiran, okay, takes 45 minutes to reach home. So you need to know 13:10 after 45 minutes, okay, you plus with 45 minutes is 13:55. So 13:55 is here. Okay, so all the way from college at 13:10, reach home at 13:55. So you need to draw a line going down like that. Oops. Okay, so this is the line for part A. Draw the distance time graph for Kiran's journey. Okay, now part B. How far was Kiran from home? Okay, this is Kiran's one, right? From home when she passed Varun. Okay, so she passed Varun here because this is Varun one, right? This is Varun one, this is Kiran one. Okay, so they pass each other here. So the distance here is 7. It's a 7 kilometer from home. But if they ask from college, means 12 minus 7 is 5. Okay, from college is 5, but from home is 7, so the answer is 7. The answer that is acceptable is from 6.9 up to 7.4. Okay, any answers in between here, you will get correct. Okay, it depends on your graph here lah. Okay, how you look at the point of intersection of these two graphs. Okay, part C. Find Varun's speed for the first 20 minutes of his journey. Okay, Varun 1 is this, right? This one is the Varun's graph. The speed for the first 20 minutes. Okay, the first 20 minutes is this. That's the first 20 minutes, alright? First 20 minutes, the speed is distance over time. Okay, we know the distance already because from this 20 minutes, we can see the distance is this, which is 6 kilometer. Okay, because this is 6 kilometer. So the distance is 6, but the time is 20. This is 20 minutes. But they want your answer in kilometer per hour. Means your minute need to change to hour. To change to hour, 20 over 60. Because 20 you cannot divide by 60, you will get fraction. Okay, so you just put 20 over 60. Divided by 20 over 60. Okay, I arrange this by writing down like this. 6 divided by 20 over 60. Which is 6 times, you flip 60 over 20. Simplify 0. 2 and 6 here, you can simplify, become 3. So 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, so the speed is 18 kilometer per hour. Okay, you cannot use 6 divided by 20 because it's in minute. You won't get the answer in kilometer per hour. Okay, part D. On the grid below, draw the speed time graph. Okay, speed time graph. We know that the speed is constant. Okay, because this is distance time graph, it goes all the way up, right? It's constantly going up, means that your speed is constant. So your distance, your speed time graph like this, it must be a constant speed. And you know the speed from part C already is 18, right? So constant speed means you have to draw a straight line at 18 here. Okay, for the 20 minutes. Okay, use a ruler. Okay, use a ruler to draw, okay? Mine is not using ruler. Please don't follow mine. You use your ruler to draw the line. Okay, so here until here, remember this must be a straight line. Constant speed of 18 until 20 minutes. Okay, 13:20. And then you look what happened here. Means it stopped. It stopped there. Okay, it doesn't move. Means he doesn't move. Okay, Varun doesn't move. So if he don't move there, means that it's the speed is 0. So it's 0 for the past 5 minutes. So this one will be 5 minutes at the 0 there. Okay. Okay, here also straight line. Okay, my straight line got a T, forgot to write T. Okay, so this is a straight line here. This is your graph. Also straight line. Okay, after that, for the next, how many minutes here? For the next, this one, we got speed. We are not given any speed, so we need to find the speed in order to draw that graph. Okay, so here we know that the distance of this graph, okay, only this length is from here until here, from 12 to 6. So 12 you minus 6 is 6 kilometer. Okay, so for here is 6 kilometer, and the time here you have to see from 13:25 until this is 13:43. Okay, that is 13:43. So 13:43 from 13:25, you need to minus. Okay, you need to know how many minutes, or you can count like that, like how many minutes. You can count like this actually. 5 minutes until here is 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 16, 17, 18. So 18 minutes here, okay? 5 minutes like that, 5, 5, 5, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 minutes, okay? So Varun takes 15 minutes in 6 kilometer. So we need to find the speed, right? Okay, I'm going to draw here. 6 kilometer, 15 minutes. To find the speed, you need to use distance divided by time. The time must be in hour, okay? Because your speed is kilometer per hour. So 15 over 60. Whenever you want to find the time in hour, you divide it by 60, so over 60. This one will become 6 times 60 over 15. You flip. So this one 1, this one 4, divided by 15. So 6 times 4 is 20. Did I write wrong? Oh, it's 15, it's 18, not 15. Just now we count 18, right? Sorry, I just now count 18, but I write wrong. It's 18 here. Okay, so when I simplify, I divide by 6. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 10. And then 3, I simplify 1 and 2. So it's 2 times 10 is 20. So the speed is 20 kilometer per hour. 6 kilometer in 18 minutes. So 18 minutes just now was until here 3, right? So 20 kilometer per hour. So your 20 is here, also a constant speed. So you draw a straight line until, for the past 18 minutes, until this 13:43. Okay, this is 13:25. Okay, so that is for Varun's speed time graph. That's it. Okay, and then let's look at question 23. Okay, question 23 here we have BA, BD tangents on the circle. Okay, show that triangles ABO and ADO are congruent. We need to show that they are congruent. Okay, first thing we need to know that from these two triangles, this triangle and this triangle, they have the same radius. Okay, this is also one of your point, okay, of congruent. And this is 90 degrees. And the reason is because this angle is between tangent line, this is a tangent line, and radius. Okay, angle between tangent line and radius, one of the properties of circle, okay, one of the theorem in properties of circle is that this is 90 degrees. Okay, and then there is a shared line here. Okay, these two triangles share the line over here. Okay, so that are the proof to show congruency. Okay, so first is you can talk about this angle first. So the angle of ABO is equals to angle of ADO, because why? Because angle between the tangent and radius is 90 degrees. Oh, mine is out of the line already. You write it smaller lah. This is screen. This on the screen is a bit harder. Okay, and the next point is these radius are the same. So BO is equals to OD because they are the radius, same radius. Okay, and then this one, AO equals to AO. They are common or shared length. Okay, and just write common, that's it. Okay, so this is under RHS. Okay, congruent. To show congruent, this is RHS, or you can just like that only. Okay, so this is the answer. Or you can actually use this as well. AB, AD the same. Okay, one of the properties of a circle. Tangents from external point. Okay, or you can, this one, use AB equals to AD. Okay, tangents from external point. Okay, so 3 marks comes from here lah. This one 1 mark. 1 mark. Okay, and then these 3. Okay, 2 of them are 1 mark. Okay, either one of them 1 mark. 1 mark and 1 mark. At any pairs, this one and this one, 2 marks, or this one and this one, 2 marks. But this one definitely, the first one angle must consider as a 1 mark. Must write that. Okay, what type of special quadrilateral is ABOD? ABOD, this is kite. Because of the same length here and the same length here. Okay, the 2 lengths here same, 2 lengths here same, so it's called kite. Okay, another answer is cyclic. Okay, I think there will be seldom of answers can be seen for cyclic quadrilateral. Why is it called cyclic quadrilateral even though it doesn't show that it's inside the circle? Because you see this 90, this is also 90, so the opposite is 180. As long as opposite add up to 180, this one actually when you draw a circle, it's within the circle. Okay, but it just doesn't show it only. But since the opposite angles sum up to 180, so it's definitely a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, but most common answer that can be seen is kite. Okay, let's look at part C. Angle BCD equals to 68. Okay, what you need to find? Angle BAD. Okay, angle BAD here. This. So first we want to find this. Okay, you can see this is the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So one of the theorem is that this will be 68 times 2, twice, because angle at the center twice the angle at the circumference. The angle at the circumference is 68. So 68 times 2 is, I show you 136. Okay, 136. So this angle is 136. Okay, since the angle here is 136, we need to find this angle here BAD, right? Okay, as I said just now, right? Since this is also a cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angle here is 180. So the opposite angle here is also 180. So you can use 180 to minus 136 to find the answer. Or you can see this as a quadrilateral. 360 minus 90 minus 90 minus 136 equals to this. Okay, basically 360 when you minus 90 and minus 90 you get 180. 180 is this 2. So basically 180 minus 136. Okay, so 180 minus 136, 44. So the answer is 44 degree. Okay, and the 1 mark comes from your 136. Okay, and 44 is your other 1 mark. Okay, last question. Oh, before that we have the question, the one that we missed, the drawing one, right? Later I will show you. Okay, this one expand and simplify. So this one I expand like that. So t times t, t square, plus with t times 3 is 3t. Then negative 5 times with t is negative 5t, and negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. So t squared, we simplify, 3t I can minus 5t become negative 2t minus 15. Okay, so that's my answer. Next, factorize. Okay, this one, to factorize this, 64 is 8 square, 9 is 3 square. Okay, and then since we have all the squares and minus, so we can factorize become 1 plus 1 minus 8x plus 3y, 8x minus 3y. I hope you remember this. Okay, you learned this in year 8. And then part C, okay, to factorize this, I need to arrange first. 6ab plus 4b, because the b together, right? I put them together. Then this one is minus 2a minus 3a squared. This one I put them together since they have a. So my next step is I factorize. Okay, this one I factorize 2b become 3a plus 2. Okay, because you see when you times back 2b times 3a is 6ab, 2b times 2 is 4b. And this one I factorize, what do you think you can factorize out? I factorize negative 2, negative a, because they both have the same common a. So this one left 2 minus 3 become plus. Why? Because you take out the negative here, become plus. You can double check again by multiplying back. Negative a times 2, negative 2a. Negative a times positive 3a is negative 3a squared. Okay, so this one, we have the same 3a plus 2. 2 plus 3a is the same. So I can take this out and left with 2b minus a. Okay, left with 2b minus a. This one is the same one. I take it out. Okay, so let's answer. Okay, part 1. Okay, this is completing the square. Okay, if you forget how to complete the square, you can always YouTube check complete square, how to complete square. Okay, our complete square show you straight away. This part here will become big bracket square minus small bracket square, and then plus 3. I bring it down. Okay, here will become x. I follow minus. This 6 become divided by 2, so it's 3 and 3. So if we want to complete square, this one will become like this. Okay, that's the method of how you complete the square. Okay, because when you expand this, basically you get back x squared minus 6x. If you don't believe, you can try to expand it back. Okay, I don't have such a short time to explain how to complete square. You can YouTube and check how to complete the square. Okay, or you can check back your notebook in year 9. Okay, we learned this already, completing the square. Okay, so this complete square become like this. Okay, this is just to recall back how you complete square. So this one, leave it as it is. Negative 3 squared become negative 9 plus 3. So x minus 3 squared, negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6. Okay, so I write it down like that. Okay, so last. Okay, so we have this one, which we already complete the square, become like this. And it is equals to 0. So basically, we just change this into the completed square version. This equals to 0 because you want to solve. And because of the word hence. So hence means you have to do from part 1, bring it down over. Okay, so how do we solve this x? What we do is we move the negative 6, become positive 6. Okay, become positive 6. And then I move my square to the other side. Always remember, if you move the square, it must be plus minus square root of 6. And then I move 3 to the other side, become plus 6. I cannot square root 6, by the way, so I leave it as it is like this. Okay? After that, you see this one. It's okay, it starts from p first and then plus minus. So I arrange it become like that. 3 in front, plus minus square root 6 behind here. So that's the answer. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the last question. Question 30. Oh, by the way, the distribution of the marks for C, part C, right? The 1 mark comes from here. Okay, you factorize each part, then will be 1 mark. Okay. Okay, so question 12. Okay, the last question here. The diagram below shows this one ABC. Okay, this one is the accurate one. Okay, the one that is in your past year book, right? It's already the size is already adjusted. So I need you to change this to 4 cm. Okay, if you are using past year book, change this to 4 cm. If you are following past year book, you use 4 cm because of the size it's already adjusted to a smaller size. Okay, but this one I will follow 6 cm, so I assume this is the original paper if you print it out from the PDF format. Okay, so part A, construct the perpendicular bisector of AB. Perpendicular bisector of AB, this is how you draw it. Okay, this must be more than half. You stretch any length and then touch at B and here. Okay, so you divide this AB into half. Okay, like that. This is your part A. Okay, part B. Shade the region inside the triangle containing points that are closer to A. Okay, this line divide A into B, so you can know closer to A is here, closer to B is here. And then you need to know that it's more than 6 cm from C. So if more than 6 cm from C, you need to draw a circle in C here with a radius of 6. Okay, so if your past year book is past year book, you measure 4 cm. Okay, because if 6 cm, it won't be, you won't see the drawing like mine. Okay, so touch at C. This is 6 cm. Okay, yours if you're using past year book, it will be 4 cm. So it's like that. Okay, 6 cm. Okay, you don't need to draw a full circle because they want you to shade the region inside this triangle containing points that are closer to A. Okay, closer to A and more than. Okay, more than means it's more than this 6 cm. So the one that is shaded is here. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. See you guys again. Bye.